Hello friends, welcome to Susie's Unique Designs. Today I'm going to be making a Valentine's Day wreath. Christmas is over, and as a creator I need to start making Valentine, St. Patrick's Day, and Mardi Gras. So this is our sign that we're going to be using. Very sparkly, very pretty. And then here are the ribbons that I want to use. I took one of my Christmas bases that I did not end up making. I was going to make a wreath and I never got around to it. So I only did the mesh, and I did these on a 15 to 24 inch work wreath frame. I put a loop back here, and then these are 15 inches, and I just did a ruffle and a curl like I do in my other videos. So all we're going to do is we're going to be adding the ribbon tails on here and the sign and the bow, so it won't be too long this time. But you can go back and watch some of my previous videos to see how I do that mesh on the 15-24 inch work wreath frame. Okay, so let's get started. I just got my sign here, and it's from the Dollar Tree, and it's a wood sign. You're gonna need some wire cutters and some sharp scissors, and you'll need some ribbons for your ribbon tail, and then I usually do 6 to 7 different ribbons for my bow. So first we're going to cut all of our ribbon tails. Now on a work wreath frame, this is, let's see here, it's about 24 inches wide. So what the 15-24 is the inside is 15, and the outside you get up to 24 inches here. Is 8 twist ties on the inside. These 2 for my tails. The other black that I had that was very sparkly shed glitter all over. I still have it on my mat. These at 13 inches, and I also have a solid black, no sparkle, and we might use some of that as well just to alternate it a little bit. We'll see how this goes. So let's see how much we have of the solid black first. We have 9. Okay, well, it worked out perfect. So we'll do 9 of the black and white. One of the things about making a wreath, it's all about depth and texture. So it's nice to alternate your ribbons with different patterns and stuff. It really gives it more depth. Okay, so we have 9 of these. That worked out perfect. And as I said before, a lot of times when you have to do, like, say 18 pieces, I'll do 9 at a time, because as you're winding this around, you want to make sure that it's taut. But even when you start doing that a few times, especially with thicker ribbon, it's going to be longer than 13 inches. So it's better just to split it up in half. Tails. So I'm just going to take about 4 of them, depending on like how thick a ribbon that you have. This is kind of a satin kind of ribbon, so it's a little bit slippery. So I just take about 4 of them, just kind of line up your ribbon here, fold it in half. I just use my finger to fold it in half like this, and then cut it at an angle. And then you get your little dovetail. Fold it in half and cut it at an angle. Next, we are going to do our ribbon packets. And what I mean by that is you're just going to take your ribbons and just fold it in half like this and set it aside. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're just going to alternate them back and forth like this. Oops. There. Now we have our ribbons all ready to go. Next, I'm going to prep my sign. It's just a thin sign from the Dollar Tree. Glue some pipe cleaners on because it's such a light sign. Okay, so I'm just going to use my little mini Gorilla gun. And this one is a dual temp, so you can do low or high. I always do the high temp, and then the Gorilla sticks. So we just have to let this heat up for a couple minutes, and then I'll be back. Okay, so let's put this on our sign. You know, this is very light, so I think we can just do the pipe cleaner. It should be just fine. Just put a little bit down here, a little bit of glue. And just lay that in there. Whoops. Guess we gotta hold it for a minute. Just be careful not to burn yourself, because it is definitely pretty hot. I always like to put a little glue on top too. We're just going to set this aside so it can dry, and we'll start putting our ribbon tails on our wreath. I'll be right back. Okay, so now this is so sparkly, it's so pretty. It doesn't matter where you start. I usually like to start on the top here. So we're just going to take one of our little packets, I should say, and when you open it up, that'll be your center. I'm just going to set this aside over here a little bit so you can see. And you can either have it right in the middle like this, or I like to put mine up on top a little bit like this. And then you just pinch teeny tiny like this, walk your fingers up like that, and then you just pull it down and try to have your tails even down like that, like an upside down V, as in like Victor. Okay. And that's it. And then you just add it right in here. And so sometimes I will undo it and then add it in. And sometimes I don't untwist and then I add it right on top. So it depends what you prefer. Okay, so I am just going to go just like this. Oops. Hold on. Then you can, this is wired ribbon, so you just kind of run your fingers underneath like this. There, just go just like that. Okay, and then we'll add the next one. Again, we're just going to open it up. Just move mine up to the top like this and just pinch it right in the center here. Fold it down towards you like an upside down V and just add it into the next spot. Push it down by the mesh there and just twist it a few times. And with these work wreath frames, they come with the tinsel ties on there, like the chenille stems, but they're called tinsel ties. And they come with them on there, and they're kind of decorative. So with these kind of wreaths, I usually don't cut them off. If they're really long, then I will sometimes, but we'll see how they are towards the end. One's done now. Now we'll go to the outside. Show you one of these. I want to just take one off so I can show you this. Okay, so this mesh is, let's see, I think it was supposed to be roughly about 15 inches. And then all I did is do what I usually do, is you curl the ends in a little bit and then just ruffle right up the center. So that's all I did with this work wreath frame all the way around. So I just wanted to show you one quick one. Almost done with this part. Isn't that looking nice? That like we'll put our bow down here. Put our sign on. Let's see how our sign is doing. Okay, so yep, this is good. So I'm just gonna go like this, just twist a couple times there. Just twist a couple times there. Okay. So I think what we're gonna do is, let's see, we'll add our bow down here. So we're gonna put our sign up here, like this, kind of at an angle. And then we'll put a bow down here, and then we'll put a bow up here. And I think that'll be really cute. And the bow will probably cover that up a little bit. There is a hole in this sign. You could put like a little gem there if you wanted. But I think when we get our everything added and stuff, I think it, with the bow and stuff, it won't show. So, but it's up to you. You can decorate however you want. And then you just push your pipe cleaners. They go through your mesh pretty easily. And I do the one side, and you don't want to tighten it up super tight until you get the other one adjusted and then centered how you want it to be. Let's see here. You want it to kind of just be sitting up on top of your wreath. So all I did is, here's the bar right here, and I did one up here on top and then one down here, and then I just tightened it up a little bit. And this one has the crossbar, so I'll just tighten it up a little bit here. Put a bow up here and then a bow down here. So let's set this aside. Okay, I'm going to be using my ProBow the hand. This is a very cool bow maker. I will put my affiliate link in my description. Okay. I think it goes this way. There we go. The numbers are on both sides, so you can use it either way, but I think I need to do it this way. So from here over, let's go to an 8. So we'll have an 8-inch tail, and then we're gonna twist. So we have our pretty side facing down when we're gonna do our loop. And then let's just do, let's do a 6-inch tail. I mean, excuse me, a loop. 6-inch loop. Let's do a 6-inch loop. Okay, and then we'll twist. And I just use my hand as guide. Just pinch teeny tiny like this, and just put it right in there, and we'll go over and cut it at about 8 inches again. I'm going to do the same thing for this ribbon. We're just going to do an 8-inch tail like this. Twist. And we'll come in just a little bit smaller, maybe a 1/2 inch smaller with this one. Pinch and twist. So we're coming in about maybe like 5.5 inches there. And just cut it off again here. And take a pipe cleaner. We're just gonna hold this right here like this, And we'll take our pipe cleaner, we'll fold it in half, and then just thread it down here like this. Okay, and then I'm going to take it like this, and I put my push my loops up like this, and I pinch it really close to the center here, and then I twist this part of it, because then it makes it nice and tight. Just about 2-3 times, that's all. Okay, and then we'll just pull our tails forward like this. Make sure our loops are the same. And they are. Okay, and then I would like to do in the center so you don't see your pipe cleaner. So let's just take this, and this will just make it look nice and neat. You always want your work to look finished, nice and neat. Okay, so just a little piece here we need. I'm just going to tie it in a knot, really tight like that, and then one more time, the knot. Then you could twist this around maybe one time again like that, and just trim this off. Okay. And then we can add this in. See, this just makes it look nice in the center. Just makes it look nice in the center so it's finished. You don't see that pipe cleaner. And we'll add this right up here, and then we'll trim our tails. See, I have my sign a little bit loose yet, because what I wanted to do is I don't want it straight up and down. I want it at an angle. So if I do that, then I can adjust back here yet. So this, we'll adjust these. Let's dovetail our bow right away. We can, I just fold it downwards, and then cut up at it, and then you get your little dovetail. And we'll cut it up like this at an angle. Okay, we'll do this one the same. Okay, so, and I will look at this as when it's hanging up, and I might have to adjust those a little bit more. But we'll wait until we get the other bow on, and then we'll do some more trimming of the tail and stuff. I think this is going to be so pretty. Okay, let's make our other bow. I think this is going to turn out. We'll go with 9-inch tails, I guess, with this bottom bow. Okay. And so I think we'll go with 6-inch loops again. I think that'll be okay for the bottom here. You're just going to pinch and gather it, twist, and then put it right down into the pegs. And then I just use my hand to just adjust it over to the 6. Okay, so we're going to do the white next with our 2.5 inch. You can just use your last tail to kind of measure it. Pinch teeny tiny, twist. We'll do the same size loop, which is the 6 inches. Okay, then I found a red and white 2.5 inch, so we'll use that next. Do the same size again, the 6. Next we'll do, this is a 1.5 inch solid black. And this one we'll let our tails come down just a little bit longer. I like to curl the 1.5 inch ribbon. So I'll make them, maybe, I don't usually measure it, I just pull it down a little bit so that I can see and out, so I can make a curl with it. So probably I would say about 10 inches. Okay, so then on the 1.5 inch, we're gonna come in, we'll go to the 5, so we'll come in about 1 inch. This ribbon next. So pretty. So for this one, it is a directional ribbon, and for the most part, it doesn't really matter. For this bow particular on the bottom, I want my hearts to both be coming down. So I'm going to just pinch about maybe like 1 inch here, and I'm going to just bring a strip down here like this. We're going to go over here and we'll pinch just a little bit here, twist, and we'll make a loop here like this. We're going to go same size, so like about 5 inches here, twist, there we go, just like that, and then bring that on down. There. Let's do this one here. This is a pretty one. This is 1.5 inch. Like this. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go pinch, twist. These are again like at 5 inches here. Oops. We'll do a loop on each side here. We're just going to come in about another inch. And we'll twist, put this in here like this. And then the center loop is just going to be like a little, probably 1 to 2 inches. You don't have to twist, just bring it back over like this. And this will cover up our zip tie. Just going to gently lift all your layers up. And you make sure your buckle is facing down. And you'll get it started here. Okay, so you're getting it just tight enough so you can lift it up, okay? So you're going to lift it off the bow maker. Move that aside. Okay, so see, now you can see your stack right here that you have. You're going to move this over right here. Roll this to the back like that. Tighten it up a little bit more. Not all the way though. Now you're holding on to this and you left a little room to add your chenille stem. Okay, like this. Make it a little bit tighter. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take and put our finger in here and move our center loop just like this. Okay, so then I have my thumb in there and you can't see it anymore. Pull all of our tails to the front, just like this. Yep. And then you can just adjust your loops in the back. So you can take one and move it up to the top, and then one down, one in the center, or you can have your white one in the center if you wanted. So it's kind of like that. You just kind of move them how you want. Just kind of spread them out like that. Your little one here, you'll probably just keep right like this. Okay, now we'll do the other side. So this scales and curls and all that. Okay, so now that we like that, now we can just pull this super tight now. And that makes our bow kind of fluff up a little bit. Makes it pop. So it looks nice and pretty. Okay. If you do it too tight at the, pull it, your zip tie too tight at the beginning, you wouldn't be able to move your tails and stuff around. So, okay. So let's add this onto our wreath and then we can cut our dovetails. Whoops. Now we can add our bow. Sometimes when you put this on an easel, it's easier to add when it gets to be kind of big like this. You can put it on an easel and then add your bow in that way. I will take a picture and it will be at the end of the video so you can see what it turned out like. Because it's hard to see in the frame, but it is really pretty. And we're just putting this right through the mesh again. You want to put it through the mesh and not just the frame so that the chenille stems have a little bit more stability and your bow is not all loosey-goosey. Okay, so this is how it comes through on the back like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull this like that. So see, it has 2 bars there, so we'll go like this. Twist it. And when I get all done, when I get it where I want everything to be, then I'll trim them off and then tuck them back in here so that it doesn't scratch the door, okay? What I do is, so you guys probably can't even see because it's nice and full. I probably will, just because I think I have a whole container of them. So I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. Thank you guys for watching. And see, my tails are nice and long. It's hard to see it in the camera. I apologize, but these get to be nice and full. But this is how the bow looks, like this. So then I'll just go through, and with these little ones here, I'm just going to angle them when I cut. So I'll just pull this together like this and then just cut it just at an angle. But the rest of them, well, the ones that I curl like this, the 1.5 inch, then I do the same thing. I usually cut them at an angle. And then just cut at an angle like this, and then we can curl them under. But these ones that are 2.5 inch, if we have them facing down, like we're gonna fold them facing down, then we cut them up. And just cut those up a little bit and you get your pretty dovetail. Just make sure you get all of them cut so that you have a nice finished looking bow. With all this hard work, you want it to look nice when you're done. Okay, and these ones here, we're just gonna, and I'll adjust it all, and then I'll take a really nice picture on my door so you guys can see what it looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and that you'll come back again and watch other ones that I do. Okay, so that's that. So then all you do when you're gonna curl them is you can take, since you're probably making this, could be right after Christmas, you can take like one of these are from a 21 inch Deco mesh. You can also use like a dowel rod or all kinds of different things, but you can just take it and you can just roll it on here like this. Just roll it around like this. And then you can, I'm doing this kind of sideways, but you just kind of pull that out like that. I usually just use my fingers and I just roll it upon itself, and then you just take the inside and then you just pull it out like that, and you have your pretty little curls. And just do that for all of these. So you can leave these however you want. I'll probably adjust them a little bit, see if they need to be trimmed, if they're too long on the bottom, I'm not sure. But I think it turned out really cute. Thank you all for joining me again. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate if you guys would want to share this out as well. Okay, and these ones here, the same thing. You can just go like this and just curl them right on up like this, and then pull those out. Curl them right on up. I'm just curling it like this, and then just gently pull them out. And then you can adjust your curls. I'm doing this kind of sideways so you guys could see, but in the top, we'll just adjust it a little bit more. And we're all done. Isn't that pretty? Thank you again. Okay, friends, so what you can do if you want to cover that a little bit is, I was saying, to get a gem. I don't know where my clear ones are at, but I do have a heart. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like a little heart gem. They come in packs of, I don't know, you can get them at Hobby Lobby or Joann's, I believe. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it, and then it just adds a little something something to your wreath.